Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So as we all know, it will be a long time until Forza Horizon 5 will be released. However, it's always fun to speculate as to what cars we want in the next title. Now in today's video, we are mainly focusing on newer cars, and with an abundance of cool cars being released in recent times, some of them are a must-have for Forza Horizon 4 or a future Forza title. Now of course, all requests made will be nice if we get it as soon as possible, but let's face it, it's probably not going to happen. So let's make a case for Forza Horizon 5 as we look at 8 new cars we are all wishing for. Starting off with number 1, the Toyota Supra GR. When Playground Games announced the return of Toyota, all of us immediately thought, oh my goodness, we are going to get the Mark V Supra very soon. Well, nearly a year later, there has been no signs of the Mark V Supra anywhere, and honestly, the chances of it arriving to Horizon 4 is slim to none. However, with that said, before Toyota decided to return to Horizon 4, the brand itself actually pulled away from many racing titles except for Gran Turismo and other Japanese racing titles, which sparked some speculations that Toyota may have only granted licenses to those close to them. We have seen 2 models of the new Supra in Gran Turismo Sport, including the latest model which has more power and was also featured in Project Cars 3, which was its first racing title to be developed outside of Japan. Should Horizon 5 be set in Japan, like many of us want, this is surely a must-have on the car list. Number 2, the Chevrolet Corvette C8. Perhaps one of the most highly anticipated Chevrolets in history. One big reason was because for well over half a century and spanning 7 generations, the Corvettes have all been front-engine rear-wheel drive. It's been a part of Chevrolet's flagship vehicle's legacy. However, believing that they have reached a glass ceiling of performance, GM Motors took a gamble and for the first time ever strayed away from their traditional layout and designed their first ever Corvette with a mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout. Did it pay off? I guess only time will tell, but with the only option of the Stingray being available right now, it'll be interesting to see if different variants, much like the C7 Corvettes, will be produced in the future where it'll have better performance. Either way, it's been a huge request from the community to see this car in Horizon 4, and honestly, I truly believe we will definitely get Chevrolet's first true supercar in the next Forza Motorsport title. Number 3, the Nissan 400Z. I know this car is currently in its concept phase at the moment, however, if the design doesn't divert much from what Nissan has shown, it'll be a great car for Playground Games and Turn 10 to bring in. In my opinion, I love the look of this car, and even the color looks great too. Again, as an advocate of Horizon 5 being set in Japan, this would make for a beautiful cover car as well. Powered by what likely will be a twin-turbo V6 derived from an Infiniti Q60 Coupe, the 400Z or Z Proto will take direct aim at the Toyota Mark V Supra as a rival, and with a proper 6-speed manual transmission, this could even be a better and fun car to drive than its rivals. One thing is for sure though, by the time we see this car in a Forza title, we better get the Mark V Supra too. Number 4, the Lotus Evija. Making its first AAA game debut this year in Project Cars 3, this is an all-electric hypercar that's still undergoing current tests to further be improved upon. But I guess Lotus was happy enough with the Evija for it to start being represented in video games. The current stats for this car is extremely impressive. Producing 2,000 brake horsepower from 4 electric motors, it will reach a targeted top speed of over 200 miles per hour, which is absolutely ludicrous as most pure electric cars struggle with top-end speed, primarily due to the weight since batteries need to somehow be fitted in the car. However, Lotus expects that the Evija will weigh just shy of 1,700 kilograms, which is considered very light for a battery-powered vehicle of this caliber. Now, with the Forza series introducing more and more electric cars, I would not be surprised to see this car in the next Forza installment, but I'm quite confident that it will make its way in Horizon 5, unless the project ends up being discontinued, which I highly doubt. Number 5, the Koenigsegg Jesko. Seen in a few racing games now like the Crew 2, the latest Grid, and also Project Cars 3, I actually failed to see why we haven't seen this car in Horizon 4 yet. I mean, not that long ago, this car was also sitting outside the Turn 10 offices for an exclusive event, which I'm sure would have been a way to see the car up close and personal, and perhaps even modeled too. Now, obviously, I'm not sure. However, as good as those games are that we mentioned earlier, the popularity that the Horizon franchise has is truly unparalleled. And I just don't get why Playground Games hasn't capitalized on this as of yet. I know chances of seeing this car in the next motorsport title or Horizon 5 will be exponentially higher. It's just a missed opportunity right now because as a community, we are desperately in need for a new hypercar or megacar with that wow factor, and this 600 brake horsepower beast ticks all those boxes. Number 6, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. I'm going to be honest, as much as I like JDM 90s cars and European luxuries, there's nothing quite like the awe and admiration of an exotic automobile. And I truly believe that the Horizon franchise, as of right now, is a game that truly captures their players' attention by bringing in hypercars. Generally, these are cars that we dream about, and it's cars we want to drive in-game. Now, for Lamborghinis, yes, we do have the Huracan Performante, which is a great addition. However, for their flagship model, I believe the latest car in the franchise is still the now outdated Aventador SV. The SVJ is just another hardcore version of the SV with more power and less weight, and honestly, just looks better overall. It's seen in other racing titles like Need for Speed Heat and again, Project Cars 3, but it's also one of the most highly requested cars the community wants for Horizon 4. Number 7, the SSC Tuatara. My goodness, has there been some controversy with this car recently with its world record top speed run. Now, I'm not going to dive into whether how legitimate the top speed run of over 330 miles per hour was, but I just like how cool this car looks, and truthfully, there is a lot of potential with this car. There's no doubt that the Tuatara is one of the fastest production cars ever made, and with its predecessor, the SSC Ultimate Aero, last seen in the first Horizon title back on the Xbox 360, I think it'll only be fitting to see this car in the first Horizon title on the next generation consoles. But with all these negative press on the car at the moment, it's debatable whether any video game developers would even want the Tuatara to be represented in the game, unless SSC can rectify their top speed run and genuinely claim the title of the fastest production car in the world. And lastly, number 8, the Bugatti Bolide. Oh my goodness, talk about a real hypercar, track car, mega car, whatever you want to call it. It's an impressive piece of engineering. Bugatti calls this their lightest and fastest car they have ever built, and the figures shown so far don't lie. Producing over 1800 brake horsepower and weighing under 1300 kilograms. I mean, what kind of figures are these? Is it physically even possible to achieve this? Well, I guess so, but currently it's still in its concept phase or development stage, therefore a lot of things we see thus far may not be set in stone. But man, this is essentially a Formula 1 car. It has very similar power to weight ratio to the fastest cars in motorsport and can allegedly reach a top speed of 310 miles per hour. Not only that, Bugatti has stated that this car has a morphable skin, which means at low speeds, the car will close up and be as smooth as possible, and once it reaches a faster speed, parts of the body will quote-unquote bubble to reduce aerodynamic drag while also keeping the car stable. I'm not sure how it would all actually work, but yes, Playground Games, Turn 10, if you guys are watching this, we want this car now or as soon as possible. Please? So there we have it, guys, 8 new cars that we are all wishing for for either Forza Horizon 4 or Forza Horizon 5. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. Are there any other cars that you would like to see in the Horizon franchise? Make sure to write down your suggestions down in the comment section below. I will read them. And lastly, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 or Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.